What's up, my Finna love? Sisters Finna D coming to you all from Finna Team News. Most of you are aware that Trina from Love Island, USA, embarrassed the bleep, I don't like cursing, out of herself a few days ago when she went after Cashay. For those of you who are aware of Trina, Cashay, and Single, Love, or Triangle, whatever that happened on Love Island, USA, you can skip this part. It's just a brief summary for people supporting this channel but have no idea who I'm talking about. So there's a show called Love Island, and there's a USA version and a UK and different places, okay? But the American version, season 3, there's this lady named Trina, you have Cashay, and you have Single, okay? So they were in a little triangle situation. Single started dating Cashay casually, nothing exclusive. They were on a show to find love, and some people were there for the money. So he picked Cashay first. They were getting to know each other. Then he left her, went to Trina, and then realized that he wanted Cashay back, and he came back to her, but she had moved on with somebody else. Fast forward, he gets sent home, she gets sent home, and once they were out of the villa, they reunited, and they were dating for a few months, and then that relationship did not work out on the outside, and they went their separate ways. Cashay made sure on the show, she had a conversation with Trina, and she said, look, there's always this terrible stereotype about Black women. We can't get along. We don't uplift each other. All we do is hate on each other. I will not be on TV dragging my Black sister over a man. As long as we communicate, we will be fine. I'm not about that life, and you will never ever see it from me. If I have an issue with you, I will come to you and have a conversation. But I am not going to feed into two beautiful Black women not getting along. That would not be my narrative, okay? I'm here to uplift. I'm here to be Miss Love and Light, because that's truly who I am. And Cashay, love and light, and it's a great day to have a great day attitude shined through the entire show. So Trina, your beef is with CBS, not Cashay. CBS did the editing. CBS captured you, your true essence, who you are. Yes, I am fully aware that editing happens and all of that, but CBS did not tell you to say it is Love Island, not Friendship Island. And no, Single and Cashay, they were not married. Everyone was on this show to find a connection and love. So Trina going after him, everyone was fair game at that point. But her statement or the comments she made, this is Love Island, not Friendship Island, so I can do whatever I want to do. I don't care who feelings I hurt. I don't care who I disrespect. I'm going to get mine. That's how Trina felt. However, when the roles were reversed and Trina was crying over Single and she did not want to see Single and Cashay together, Cashay put her feelings and the possibility of a relationship and reuniting with Single in that house on hold, and she made sure that Trina was okay, checking on her, and all of those things. Cashay also choosing herself and saying, look, Charlie and I might not work out. That's the guy she ended up with, but I'm not going to choose Single, because choosing Single is letting him know you can leave me by the wayside whenever you feel like you have found something better, and then you can come back, and I'm going to be like, yeah, sure, I'll take you back. That's going to mess with my self-esteem. So Cashay did not take Single back. He was sent home. That right there also showed her true character, that she was really on the show to find something special, and she wasn't there just for the money, because she was the fan favorite. And if she was there for the money, she would have picked Single, and they would have absolutely won Love Island. So fast forward, the show is over. Everyone comes home. They get home. Trina is getting all of this hate on social media based on how she behaved on the show, and also the editing did not go in her favor. But through it all, Cashay on her Instagram, on Instagram Live, everywhere, she's telling people, don't send hate Trina away. Trina is my girl. She's my sister. We are fine. Cashay couldn't stop preaching about how fine and sisterhood she and Trina had. And all Trina had to say was, Cash, I appreciate you. I think you are an amazing person, but I need to heal. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I like you or we're cool. I am still not over what happened, so I need time. I'm sure Cashier would have respected that. Now, before I go any further and get into what happened on Twitter a few days ago, let me just say this. If you go through all of my videos, I've been nothing but positive when it comes to Trina. I'm not one of the ones that come on here and drag her, do any of that. I've been nothing but positive because to me, I felt like, okay, I support Cashay. And if Cashay, who knows Trina, who lived with Trina, and who went through the situation with Trina, if Cashay is not tripping, then who am I to sit here and have anything negative to say about someone that I don't even know personally? But there were still certain things that Trina did outside of the villa that made people give her the side eye and told Cashay, be careful, watch out, not for just Trina, but most of the women you have around you, because the public is on your side. Almost everyone fell in love with who you are. And some of these people, they are befriending you because they know that you are one of, if not the most popular one from this season. Trina was caught up in a group chat, basically exposing her fellow islanders, and then she claimed it wasn't her. She gave her password to a family member that she confided in, and that family member went in the group chat and basically spilled some tea about the people that she called her friends. Cashay, once again, things happen, leave Trina alone, people make mistakes, it's okay. Everyone telling her, watch her back, be careful. She's like, I don't care, that's my girl, it's okay. Fast forward a few days ago, Cashay tweeted, it's so weird that people you literally do not care about are so pressed about your life. I'm just existing. Let me be LOL. No name, didn't tag anybody, nothing. Now, all Trina had to do was pick up the phone, because in part 2, I'm going to post on Instagram Live, and you will hear Cashay say that she and Trina were on the phone screaming at each other for 2 hours. So that means you still have each other number. If you felt like this was about you, you could have picked up the phone and then let her know how you felt. But Trina went and embarrassed herself and basically confirmed everything. And I'm glad this happened, because there's no way you want to be connected with someone who hate you like this, but yet they're smiling in your face and pretending to care about you. Trina wrote, I'm tired of the accusations and harassment you have made, all while victimizing yourself after I confronted you about lying on my name and others. Mind you, Cashay wrote no names. Trina is upset that Cashay got this amazing editing and she looks terrible, and this is my moment to expose her. She deserves to be exposed. She is not this good person that everyone thinks she is, and I'm going to expose her. And finally, people are going to be on my side and see that I wasn't the problem. Girl, once again, your beef is with CBS, not with Cashay. But let's continue. I'm not going to read everything. I'm just going to go through the clips, because if I read everything, we'll be here forever. Basically, in a nutshell, Trina accused Cashay of having a burner account, okay, meaning a fake profile that was going around harassing her, Single, Leslie, and other people from Love Island. Like, this woman who is extremely booked and busy and is extremely blessed and faithful, take time out of her busy day and schedule to create a fake account to come after you. And the problem with those accusations, the person wasn't just leaving, random comments here and there. The fake account, the owner of the fake account was really nasty in some of the responses and comments. So for you to think that Cashay is this evil and that you are so important that she's going to invest all this time to send hate your way, for what? The man came to you. You chased him as well, and he still left you for her. And then outside of the villa, he could have said, "No, Cash, I'm glad you're back, but I don't want you. I'm going to wait for Trina." But he ended up with her. The relationship didn't work out. All of you are still young. What are you fighting about? Basically, these are the messages. Lastly, you message Single the same kind of messages. She claims that Cashay is also this person that messaged Leslie. This is not Cashay. No confirmation, no nothing. She's making all of these accusations against Cashay. All of this right here, you can put me on pause and read for yourself. She's claiming that all of this is Cashay, okay? Then she have people that she call her supporters and friends attacking Cashay as well. Like, Cash have time to do all of this. Like, it's just a hot mess. Who's really the one that's going through it? Going back and forth with a fake account, going on Reddit to screenshot things, going in group chat. Aren't you busy, Miss Psych Nurse, to have all this time on your hands? So all this time she's accusing Cashay of all of these things. She's still claiming this is Cash. Trina is getting destroyed, dragged. This did not help her at all. All it did was confirmed what everybody else been saying about her obsession with Cashay. And I intentionally used that word because she claimed, because Cashay says the word obsession in a fake account, use that word, that means it's Cash. Like, other people don't use the word obsession or being obsessed with somebody. Cashay, you dragged me into your breakup with Single while confiding in Leslie, and I was minding my business until Olivia called me. Like, she's on here spilling everything. And I'm going to get to the Cashay side. I'm just on Trina Twitter right now. Like I said, you can put me on pause and read all of them, okay? Because it's a lot. And Trina is still going and going and going. Okay. And Cashay finally said, enough is enough. Yes, I know I miss love and light, but now I have to defend myself. I'm not going to fall back anymore and allow people to constantly lie on me because they think, she's not going to speak up. She's not going to defend herself. So I get to come on here and talk reckless, and that's okay. Okay, so Trina is still going, accusing her of having the burner account and all of this. Imagine the man that was telling you he loved you and you were telling him you love him too, and you were planning a life together with. The relationship didn't work out. The both of you release a statement and peacefully move on, the same way how most of the people have done. You live your life, I live my life, without about to add to the hate that we're getting. Imagine that man who also gossiped to you about Trina. Imagine the same man who allegedly told your brother, who was interested in Trina because Trina was interested in him. Single told Cashay brother, nah man, don't deal with her, she's weird. All of these things to Cashay brother. Imagine that same man being so upset that the two of you didn't work out and wants to hurt you so badly. So he goes back to that same woman and she allows him back into her life. Okay? And the both of them are sending messages back and forth talking about you. This is blurry, but I'm going to read it for you. Okay? So allegedly, this is the text messages that Trina posted between her and Single. In summary, the person sent a text message saying, interesting how the mess on your comments are becoming a thing again with these fake accounts all of a sudden, if you catch my drift. And the person responded, I definitely catch it, LOL. Basically insinuating that when Cashay was away doing the challenge, okay, Everything was peaceful, no hate comments. Cashay comes back and the hate comments started coming. This gotta be her. Why was single of all people and you would think that she would stoop this low? Like, how hurtful and disgusting. That claim was shut down with evidence that even when Cashay was away, the supporter account was still sending messages, leaving comments and all of that. So Trina was embarrassed again because that point was proven to be wrong. Then the person went on Twitter Spaces, revealed who they were, revealed their voice, even posted different time frames to show that, listen, I'm in this country. This is the time in my country. This is the time in America. Basically, because Cashay asked that person to come forward, the person did, and it was proven to not be Cashay. How embarrassing. And for you to call yourself a psych nurse and to sit here and say, because I'm being bullied, this other black woman needs to be bullied too and dragged too. It's not her fault that your true colors shined on the show. And right now, everything you're doing, you have proven CBS point. This is really who you are. Because why would you even go this low without any solid evidence that this was and is Cashay? And then Cinco, my goodness, that's a different video. So disappointed in him, but I'm not shocked. Let me also quickly add that Trina did a side-by-side. So one side is her text messages with Cinco, and then the other side is the messages from the supporter account, the Cashay supporter account that she claimed was Cashay. All Trina had to do was block this person and move on, because majority of the messages she showed came from the same account. Now we'll understand if she kept blocking this person and they kept creating new accounts and attacking her, because that's a different level of insanity. But why would you even sit there and go back and forth with a fake account? Because she thought she was building the case against Cashay. Just block the person. Like, you're that desperate to prove that this woman is not who CBS showed us that she is. So now let me expose you, and then you end up exposing yourself and embarrassing yourself like this. Hot mess. Cashay tweeted, "Can the account for Star Girl or whatever please come forward? Because now this girl," she tagged Trina, "is spreading rumors that it's me. I have receipts of my own if she really wants to go there." Mind you, Cash was in Vegas before all of this, looking drop dead gorgeous. Like I said, booked, blessed, and busy as usual. She was doing all of this while at work. So after Cashay asked for this to happen, the owner of the account came forward. Not only that, the owner of the account also went on Twitter Spaces, what it's called, and had a full-on conversation. The person sounded absolutely nothing like Cashay. The owner of the account also showed that they are in a different country and was able to prove the different time zones and everything. So Trina did all of this for nothing and exposed that after all of this time, this is how she truly feels about Cash, and was just being fake, smiling in her face. What normally happens is when you try to dig a hole for someone, be very careful, because you're going to fall in it as well. Because don't think you can expose somebody and that person don't have information of their own. So as she's trying to expose Cashay for gossiping and doing this and doing that, Cashay went ahead not only exposed her, but exposed the other girls that she's claiming are her friends, that they're not really your friends because they said all of these things about you too. So what are you doing? The owner has admitted, like, basically, my thing is, if all of this started over the comments from the fake account, and the person who made the fake account is speaking right now, why is this still an argument? It's over. She always hated Cashay. Her true colors are coming out. Trina is evil. That's why Cashay is winning in life. Her evil ends with her and her fellow evil people. Cashay responded, this other person wrote, "Not her throwing shots and ducking when you do the same, laughing my bleep of, protect her peace." Cashay then said, okay, enough is enough, and she exposed text messages of Trina basically begging her brother to come over and do exactly. Basically, leave me alone. I'm tired. I'm not playing nice anymore, and I can come on here and spill more. Leave me alone. Then Trina tweeted about she's going to protect her peace. Well, where was that tweet when you chose to go on Cashay Twitter page and go and repost a comment that she posted days ago with no one naming it? So Cashay wrote, "True colors showing after being falsely accused and the person coming forward. My character is still being attacked and I'm still being accused. Make it make sense, but I won't make the mistake of letting it get to me again. Back to the high I go. Turn a blind eye to regardless of multiple warnings from inner circle, I was still trusting. So to find out this, been whispering and plotting 100% got me out of character. I was tired of being quiet and taking the high road. There are a lot of lies, people switching up, and the list goes on and on." I didn't read the messages in order, but you get my point. Then Cashay wrote, "I'm mad at myself for even responding last night and feeding into it. There was no reason to defend myself when it's clear the burner isn't me. I usually do pretty well at ignoring things, but there's been so much going on behind the scenes since even before January. Excuse my voice, I have allergies." And then Cashay also posted, "Also was too mad last night to think rationally. There's my burner in my DMs." So you are saying that I'm that crazy enough that I went and DM myself and then I screen recorded it to prove. Case closed. It's not me. Yes, the person in my DMs. This person wrote, "Trina, you know you are grasping at BS straws, okay? 2, came on here and embarrassed yourself for validation." Go ahead and read the rest, okay? "People don't realize how trying to tear me down will always backfire because everything I do is in alignment with God, my purpose on this earth, okay? So when you think you're bleeping with me, you are actually bleeping with him and his plan. He will handle you accordingly. I never have to." Cashay last tweet, "Imagine trying to retweet. Imagine trying to expose someone for harassing you, but all you did was expose yourself, showing you and the other B word, B words, teaming up to hate on one B." Exactly. People then left that. Trina starts dragging other people in her mess, and everyone she dragged in it, crickets. The Cinco, who I'm not even shocked was a part of the private text messages to Trina agreeing with her that this is Cashay, going around saying things like, "I broke up with her," as if we're in high school or middle school. Like, "I have to prove that she leave me. I left her." When she broke up with you, and then you didn't want her to be able to move on with that "I broke up with him," so you begged her to take you back, beg her brother, she took you back, and then you broke up with her. What is that to brag about to other people? But I get it. They are grown enough. I'm not going to make the excuse anymore and say, "Oh, they're kids, they're young, they're grown enough." Well, after all of the mess, of course, then Trina had to prove that she's actually a psych nurse because it came out that she went to school for 18 months. People took like she was a nurse, an RN and all of that, but she wasn't. She got a certificate, not a degree, and it was a hot mess, okay? I'm not discrediting Trina education at all. I'm just telling you, while she was coming for Cashay, the tables flipped on her, and now it was her defending herself against accusations, against her license not being valid, and it was a hot mess. You see the tweets, it's on the screen. Not once did I mention having my RN. She tweeted this: "Unfortunately, sometimes you need to go through a rough patch to see who cares for you genuinely and who doesn't." Single didn't publicly on Twitter speak up. Maybe I heard he was on Twitch going in on Cashay, but trust and believe these Instagram lives I'm about to post, Cashay held absolutely nothing back. I've been nice. I've been professional. We broke up. I didn't say anything negative about you. I move on. But since You want to continue to talk about me? I got you. And she went off. That's going to be in part 2. Olivia, crickets. Leslie, crickets. Kara, crickets. Cinco, crickets. Charlie, crickets. All of the people someone said Trina went ahead and summoned the Avengers to come and take Cashay down, and she's still standing. All of the people she is attaching herself to prove, look at me, I'm still friends with all of them, and Cashay is the one who the only person or people she's cool with is Shannon, Corey, and Josh. Well, then that makes sense because those were her best friends. She and Olivia became close because of Corey. However, Olivia was exposed for talking mess about her. Who wants to be friends with people who wants to destroy them? And also, these are people she met on the show. I met y'all on the show. I'm still cool with some of y'all, but my real friends, they are still around. Those are the people who matters. I don't have to prove anything. That's Trina's whole point. I still talk to Cinco. Charlie is my best friend. Olivia and I are cool. This person. So if all of these people are still around me and you are the only one who's not here, then who's the problem? You are the problem. No, Trina. That just means she has substance and she knows her worth. I'm not going to force friendships with fake people because I have nothing to prove. After everything she did, after embarrassing herself, after the person coming out and saying, it's my account, it's not Cashay, and for just apologizing, tweeted, oh, anyone can come out and say it's not their account. So you think the woman who's being accused of having a burner account will be comfortable enough to ask a fan or pay off a fan to say it's them, knowing that that supporter can turn around and expose her and say, Trina is right. Look who reached out to me and asked me to take the blame for them. Why would she even trust anyone on the internet to say, please take the blame for me and say it's you, when there's a possibility that person could turn on her and expose her? Does that even make sense? She couldn't just simply say, you know what? I'm exposed. I went too far. It's out there. So after everything happened, she wrote, lastly, I would like to apologize to my supporters and Love Island friends brought into this situation when they weren't involved to begin with. I got so overwhelmed with the accumulation of hate I was receiving and needed to defend myself during the heat of the moment, but it's time I move forward. But I'm glad the grass is cut and Cashay can clearly see all of the snakes. I'm glad this happened without camera. No editing involved, Trina. You exposed yourself. And I didn't even get into the comments and the tweets because Trina got dragged. I understand that you were bullied because of how you came across on the show. That's the risks you all take when you go on these shows. I feel bad for you that that's happening to you, but that doesn't mean let me drag another Black woman down with me because this is happening to me, especially that same Black woman that stood up for you and begged her supporters and people to leave you alone and defended you just for you to turn around the whole time wanting to destroy her. That's not cool. And to be, once again, a psych nurse and to think this right here was appropriate. And don't get me started on Cinco. That's going to be in part 2. I'm already over 30 minutes. I might have to even cut it down some more. But that's part 1. That's what happened on social media. It's probably going to be a 3 or 4 part series because every day that I thought it was over, there was more. There's a lot of tweets that I did not include on the screen because we will be here all day. I just wanted to say my piece and move on. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. And here, my Fina loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.